Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Know the Truth, aka the Black Cinderella. I'm here to say good morning, or good evening, or good night, or good afternoon to everyone out there. Um, it's very important, I believe, as a targeted individual, that what a lot of us need to um, focus on is being strong. One of the things that I've learned as my couple years of being targeted has been overwhelming is to find yourself breaking down to the point where you're very upset and you want to get back at who's ever bothering you. Now, in certain times, you feel that it's better to leave things alone. Let dead dogs lie, or whatever the saying goes. But it's very hard when you are a targeted individual because everything you do is being targeted. For example, you wake up one morning and the same kitchen cupboard that you go into every day, every morning, to get out a bowl for cereal, to get out a cup for hot chocolate, to get out a cup for water, the same, um, the same cabinet. Nothing has changed. All of a sudden, one day you wake up and there's a random red pill in the cabinet. Now, for a regular person, what do you say? Oh, I must have put it there. But wait a minute. I don't take any red pills. None of my children take any red pills. Whose red pill is this? It's very confusing. So you want to back it up as evidence and you put it away, in your hopes you need to go back and do your research on the number that was on the pill to find out who the fuck had this red pill. Why is it there? Did they have it in their hand and they meant to take it for themselves and they set it down so they can go ahead and plant the little camera bug into the little handles in the kitchen on the kitchen cabinets? Is that what happened? Okay. So there's another incident where I'm opening up the freezer and I'm getting out some ice cream or something out the freezer. And unfortunately, some chewed up gum was in the freezer. Seems to me that one of my gang stalkers had went into the freezer to possibly get something to eat, set their gum in the freezer, and forgot that it was there. What do I do? Of course, bag it up as evidence, tuck it back inside the freezer far away, even though most likely they'll get to it, take it away, put it back, bring it back, do whatever they do. But these are things that you have to acknowledge to say, you know what, they're happening, and it's real life shit that's happening. There's nothing you can do about it. You feel as though your life is basically coming to an end, and you want to take the proper steps to protect your life, your children's life. But how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you overcome people constantly bothering you, coming into your home when you're not there, just disrespecting everything you own? It's very hard to continue in everyday life. But what you do is you do just that. You continue your everyday life to the fact of continuicity, okay? You don't let these fuck faces just control how you live. Because if you do, you'll be sitting in the dark, you'll be crying, you'll be scared, you'll be depressed, you'll have anxiety, you'll worry, you'll just you'll drive yourself crazy. And that's what they want you to do. You still have to put forth the effort to get up every day, brush your teeth every day, do your hair every day. Hey! That Fortnite, I mean, come on. These kids are going crazy off that Fortnite. Get it together. Anyway, so you comb your hair. You do things and you do it to your best of the ability because what they want you to do is to just be retarded. Okay, they want you to be retarded. They don't want your mind to think. They don't want your mind to run in the way that it's supposed to, and therefore it leaves you wondering, what are you supposed to do with your mind? You're supposed to use it in the right way. Understand that when you go out, what's the first thing they want you to do? They want you to pop off. They want you to get mad. They want you to slap somebody. They want you to cuss somebody out. They want the police called on you. They want all these bad things to happen to you. So what do you do in the meantime? You correct everything that may have happened and you say, oh, that's okay. You spilled that burning hot chocolate on my legs. It's okay. No worries. I have a third degree burn, but I'll be okay. And you do that. sometimes you just have to do it because you already know that these promotional acts that they're giving to you are exactly that, promotional acts to get you fucked up, to get you really upset. Now, you're in, you're playing, you got your kids are at the little jump house and you guys are playing, having a good time, and all of a sudden these seven fat kids start all jumping in the balls at the same time when it's supposed to be one at a time. How come no one's stopping them? And then when you go tell the attendant, excuse me, there's seven fat kids that are in there that are clearly over the weight limit of being in the balls. They're not even doing it one by one. How come you haven't told them anything? Well, what are you talking about, ma'am? I don't see any kids. That's because they've all ducked underneath the balls to go to the next area, okay, to mess with another targeted individual that has no idea that they're really a targeted individual. Okay, so another example is you would get into your vehicle, and you know that your time usually says on it's a regular clock. It says 4:30 Tuesday, and you get into your car on Wednesday morning, but it says 1900 hours. And you're like, what the fuck happened here? How did this change like this? Okay, so you don't trip about it. You put it back to the regular time that it is. So now you're looking, you're like, okay, it's 7 o'clock on Wednesday night. Lock your car up, of course, like you always do. You lock the car up, you beep beep, chirp the alarm. But it seems to be that it doesn't matter if you chirp the alarm or not, okay? You can chirp the alarm, set the alarm, raise the alarm, sound the alarm. These motherfuckers will still get in there and be around the alarm. It's crazy how they do these things. So when I say that they're underground, they're living in your walls, they're disguised as you, they're disguised as your children, they're disguised as whoever is in your home. They're disguised as you because, and I'm going to touch basis on this because this is very important to me. There were a couple of pictures that I had found, and I went through my SD cards. And I noticed at the time where my son was supposed to be at school, um, he was home, and the actual this was actually from a motion sensor camera phone. One of the best things to do, you guys, as being a targeted individual, is to set up, a motion detector phone. Put it out in the open. It doesn't make sense to really hide it because they know exactly where you've hidden it, so they know already to either find it or to already remotely shut it down when they enter the property. So you have it out, so that way, they have to basically come up to it, and you do different things. You put it in different places. But I remember that one video that I was going through. It showed my son looking through the window with this hat on, and it wasn't his hat, but it was the same build of my son. Didn't walk quite the same way. And also was a girl that had on a sweater that also belonged to my younger daughter. Now, what bothers me is that it's very important that you look around every time you leave because as soon as you leave, there is somebody coming into the home that is similar to you, similar to one of your similar to one of your children. And so your neighbors or the people across the street, from across the street, they're like, oh yeah, that's her. These are the things that you have to look out for. You have to look at people who are steady looking at you, and you're like, what the fuck are you looking at? Besides the fact that they're digging tunnels all under the ground where El Chapo and Harriet Tubman hang out, this is what you have to notice too. They get in there and they get out. They get in and they get in. They get in and they do what they have to do so quickly and so abruptly that no one really notices it. No one really pays too much attention to it because half the time they're thinking that it's actually you. There's pictures in my phone that there's a person that resembles me, but it's not me. And I know me. I know how my face looks. I know how I look every day. I know how I'm supposed to look. And I know when I don't look the same. So these are things that are bothersome to me, to a lot of people. When you look at gang stalking, you figure the people who are doing the gang stalking are a bunch of pussy holes. Now, I don't want to say pussy holes is for them a good thing because remember, a pussy hole is a very strong piece of hole. It's a pussy hole. They can push out a baby. They can withstand having periods. They can withstand getting pounded on by a big penis. A pussy hole can withstand a lot. The pussy holes that I'm talking about are the pussy holes who cry every fucking minute and who are just basically you know what they are. They're getting told what to do. Those people were regular people, probably targeted individuals also. But you have to remember that now they are the gang stalkers, which means their mind was controlled from the gate. They did not stop anything. They did not try to figure out anything. They just started following orders and commands and doing what was told to them. And so their life is basically a fuck boy life. They're ruined. They're like deadbeat parents. There's no point in having you around. You're a loser. Get the fuck out of my face. Pay my child support or bounce. So these gang stalkers are basically the ones that have no fucking clue of what life really has to offer them because they have basically gave up on life. They have sold their soul to the devil. They have originally had stepped out of the box and possibly are walking on hot coals, and they don't even know that they're walking on hot coals. So when you look at these gang stalkers, we can't be afraid of them, even though we are. We're worried. We're always looking over our shoulders. We're fucking scared. Hell yeah, because the things that happen to us is unfucking believable and is downright fucked up. So yeah, we're scared. But you have to remember, they want you to be like them. They want to take over your mind. They want to control your thoughts, your spirit, your movement, your motion. They want to control you. So you say, fuck off. You're not controlling me. If I wake up, okay, for perfect example, for the past year, I've been looking for the original song, The Watcher. Jay-Z, Rakim, Dr. Dre. The original. Looked for it constantly on my phone. I could never find it. It was never there. And slowly but surely, I forgot about this song. And this is a trigger that they had triggered to me today to basically let me know you're doing too much. You need to sit the fuck back down and calm down because you're doing too much research and you're talking too fucking much. So basically, you know the song, The Watcher, The Watcher. Dun, dun, everywhere that I go ain't the same anymore. People I used to know don't know me no more. Everywhere that I go, I got people I know, you got people they know. So I suggest you lay low. The Watcher, watching, watcher, watching, watcher. And I can't really remember if I paid too much attention to that background. Watcher, watching, watcher, watching. And it basically to me was a sign telling me, you need to sit the fuck down, girl, because you're doing too much. Yeah, you know we're watching you. We know you're watching us. But listen, you're not going to win. It's what this message kind of told me because I hadn't heard the song in almost a year. And I tell you, it took me a couple of times to hear it till I started flowing it back in my head because this was one of the songs that triggered my brain a year ago. But now they're telling me, and they're clearly telling me in the words of, you need to knock it off. Okay, so they're telling me to knock it off. And as I want to say, okay, I'm going to knock it off. I don't want to knock it off because I want people to understand that gang stalking is a very serious crime. Okay? Things are happening to you and they're beyond your control. I woke up one morning and if you go to my previous videos, you'll see a video where on the side of my face I woke up and I had a burn on the side of my face. And I woke up that morning and I never used a curling iron. I never plugged the curling iron in. I thought about doing my hair, but I said, you know what? I don't even feel like fucking with this shit because they're killing my head anyway. Whatever, don't. So I wrapped the curling iron up and I put it in a bag. But that morning I woke up startled and I felt like somebody was walking over me. And I looked out the window and I saw a gray car. I saw a white truck parked next to my truck. I saw two white people in this truck. And as I look back at the pictures, I can see silhouettes that are on the um, the patio of this hotel that I was staying in Ontario. Every hotel that you go to, they fucking thrash and fuck up and just, oh my God, the hotel people are on you like you're in there tearing up their shit and they want to kick you out and they want to charge your credit card up thousands of dollars because you done fucked up their shit. No, I did not. And I have something for every hotel manager who came at me fucking cross-eyed, cross-way, thinking I'm the one fucking up their shit when I'm calling them, telling them their shit is getting fucked up. Okay, that's another story within itself, and I'm gonna, I'm gonna touch on all these if I can, if I may, if time allows me, if they allow me. Okay, like I said, there's plenty times I try to go live, I try to post videos, and they just don't even, I can't even post them on YouTube. It says nothing, give it up. But I know I'm jumping around, jumping around, jump, jump. The Mac Dad will make you jump, jump. Chris Rock will make you, oh, not Chris Rock, but Chris Rock does make you jump. But anyway, so I kind of lost my train of thought there because they had me going around. But anyway, my story, my point was the song The Watcher all of a sudden popped in my head for just no reason. I was listening to Twister, Get It Wet. Everybody wants you get it wet. It's back to the same when amazing body when you jump all in me. Listening to that, and all of a sudden something said, "Look up Jay Z The Watcher," and I started playing the song, and I started realizing they were sending me a message subliminally, however you say it, and subconsciously telling me to sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. Okay, so do I do it or do I say no? I'm going to go with no, okay, because my mind is telling me, fuck off, you stupid gangstalkers. Tell my little handler, holla at me later because I'm tired of that motherfucker. I know a lot of people that are dealing with targeted individualism. I know at the first beginning I was scared to death to take a fucking shower. Okay, I got into the shower with my clothes on and washed underneath my clothes, and I mean I was so scared. Now I don't care. I'm taking a shower, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm shaving my arms. I'm doing what you motherfuckers want to see because why hide it? They see everything you see. A perfect example would be through my eyes. Okay, and in talking to another person that had commented on my video, they were saying that they see you through your children's eyes, which is also a very good concept because the same type of things that I see in my eyes, I see through my children's eyes. So now we have to figure out how do I walk around like this with my eyes closed so they cannot see shit. I cannot entertain them. I will not entertain them. I will be Helen Keller. I will learn Braille. I will walk with a cane. I will file for disability. I do not want to open my eyes ever again. Come on now. Who's really the fuck gonna do that? I mean, we can do it. All of us have to do it in order for that to work out. Because while they're looking at everything I'm doing through my eyes, I need to see what the fuck I'm doing. And this is where the problem lies. How can I continue to do what I'm doing and not let them see with my eyes closed every day? How am I supposed to drive? How do I know which child I'm getting off the bus? How do I know if it's even my child that I'm getting off the bus? Is my life going to be like this? Do I want it to be like this? Can I wear a blindfold? That right there just was a lot for me to be blind because I'm thinking I need to cook breakfast in the morning for all four of my children. What if one of them, my baby said I have to give him breathing treatments. I have to make sure that they didn't poison his albuterol before I put it in. It's just so time consuming to be blind that I would like to be. I would like to be blind so they can't see where I'm going. They can think it, they can hear it, they can possibly lead me in the direction. Maybe they can tell me where to go and they'll send me right into the booby trap of hell. So, no, I'm not going to be blind. But I do want to say this being a targeted individual is something that we need to embrace, okay? It's a very hard situation to embrace because you don't know how to embrace someone burning you. You don't know how to embrace waking up to two eyeballs staring at you that someone has physically painted on your ceiling. What the fuck are wrong with these dope heads? Like, they're even worse than the crackheads in the streets. Like, they want you to smoke your weed and they want to lace it with the little fairy dust, so you can start hallucinating and they can begin to do their work. So while you're smoking your weed, thinking you're smoking your weed that they've laced with their fairy dust, you're looking out the window and you see everything in 3D. And you know that what you're looking at is actually real. But they want you to believe that you're looking at a lot of holographic figures running through the fucking sky, running through the building, climbing through the windows. In all actuality, is these fucking gang stalkers. This is how they get you. Look into my eyes. Tell me what you see. Can you be my friend? Are you my enemy? Bounty killer. So, I am wonderfully going to say today, when you listen to the noises, to other than your kids making noises on this Fortnite, hey, other than those noises, you listen to them. One time I heard a bird. It sounded kind of like this. I kid you not. Mind you, I'm not in an exotic island. I'm not in Hawaii somewhere. I'm in Ontario. And I go to the Google, like, Google, find me the bird that goes, and of course some weird bird comes up, and it's like a bird that's not even supposed to be in the country. Like, these fuckers are out there making noises of birds that don't even belong here, okay? Make noises of birds that actually live out here so we can kind of assume that it's just a regular bird. But no, they bring noises from birds from South Africa, birds that are supposed to be flying in the Atlantic, flying over the Atlantic Ocean right now, singing with the polar bears. And so these are the noises that you focus on. The noises that do not sound familiar are the noises that they want you to hear. The noises that you've never heard before. Cricket, 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 cricket. Where's the fucking cricket at? Just enjoy it. This is what I do. I enjoy it. I listen to it. I tape it. And I say to myself, you know what? If I was a deaf targeted individual, would they accomplish anything? I can't hear shit. You can make all the motherfucking sounds you want. All the horns could honk. All the people could laugh and cough. All the cars could crash. Sounds all day long. Would I still be a good targeted individual? So what do? We walk around with our blindfolds and our earplugs. Is that a good idea? I don't think so. For those of us who can still see and could still hear, let's just embrace the sounds of music. The hills are alive with the sound of music. What we have to do is say, thank you, Lord, for waking us up to this fuckery that we deal with on an everyday basis. Thank you, Lord, for giving me the ability to cook fresh breakfast every day and not eat anything that has been left over, because you already know they have sprinkle me. Thank you, Lord, for understanding that as our days turn into nights, hopefully we sleep safe and don't commit any robberies or murders due to the fact that these fuckboys tell us, hey, it's time for you to kill that bitch across the street. She was talking too much shit about you. Just get your bat and beat the dog shit out of her. I'ma fuck that bitch up. Don't do it. Understand this is what they want you to do. Pray and ask the Lord to keep you safe, okay? Keep you safe, keep your family safe, keep your head focused, keep your eye on the prize, and that's to reign as a targeted individual. You got to check me out, soundcloud.com, know the truth, 213-222-2264. Read about it, share it, hear about it, let you know why the government does it. They do it because they crazy. They've been taken over. So the ones that are targeted are the ones who are supposed to conquer the world. Yeah, I said it.